Look closely at this symbol, an eye, perched at the top of a pyramid. You've probably seen it on a US dollar bill, in movies, in music videos, and even on ancient buildings across the world. But what very few people realize is that this symbol has been shrouded in secrecy, fascination, and fear for centuries. Some believe it represents a hidden power, watching over and influencing humanity from the shadows. So why does this symbol appear everywhere? And who or what is really watching us? The story begins with an ancient emblem known as the all-seeing eye. It is an eye enclosed within a triangle, often perched atop a pyramid. Officially, historians say it represents divine oversight, a higher power observing humanity. A simple concept: nothing escapes the gaze of a superior being. But some researchers believe this explanation is only the surface of a much deeper truth. Because this symbol appears in very precise and deliberate locations, almost as if it were placed there intentionally for those who know where to look. And sometimes, it appears in very strange and unexpected contexts, which raises questions that have puzzled scholars and conspiracy theorists alike for centuries. Consider the most famous example, the back of the US $1 bill. Millions of people handle it every day, yet very few ever notice its intricate design. A pyramid, unfinished, with 13 distinct levels. At the very top sits the eye, surrounded by rays of light, almost as if it is watching the world. Beneath the pyramid, the Latin phrase reads, Novus Ordo Seclorum, which translates to New Order of the Ages. Some interpret it as the New World Order, a concept that has fueled speculation, intrigue, and even fear for decades. Many believe this symbol represents an invisible hierarchy of power, a pyramid with the masses at the base, and a small, hidden elite at the top. A group that sees everything, knows everything, and quietly influences events around the world. But what makes this theory even more compelling is that the symbol existed long before the dollar bill ever existed. We can trace similar imagery in European churches, centuries old, in ancient paintings, illuminated manuscripts, and engravings on sacred buildings. Even in the architecture of historic structures like cathedrals and palaces, the motif repeats itself. An eye, a triangle, a faint, radiant light surrounding it. Almost as if the symbol were designed to communicate a silent message to those who could interpret it. But what could that message be? Was it merely spiritual, a reminder that divine forces observe human actions? Or something far more secretive? Some theorists link the symbol to secret societies, organizations that have operated quietly for hundreds of years. Groups whose members share symbols, rituals, and hidden knowledge. Among the most well-known are the Freemasons, an ancient fraternity surrounded by myths, secrecy, and speculation. Within their lodges, the eye in the triangle frequently appears. To members, it symbolizes wisdom, enlightenment, and the pursuit of truth. Yet outside observers see layers of meaning, a visible symbol for the public, and a hidden one for the initiated. Some researchers even suggest that secret societies have influenced political events, economic decisions, and cultural shifts, often without the public realizing it. The intrigue deepens when we examine modern culture. Movies, music videos, corporate logos, advertisements. They frequently display triangles, pyramids, and eyes. Sometimes obvious, sometimes subtle, almost subliminal. Some claim these appearances are merely artistic choices, but others believe they are intentional reinforcements, keeping the symbol alive in the collective consciousness. A reminder, whether conscious or not, that someone is always watching. There is another, simpler possibility. Perhaps the eye is nothing more than an ancient spiritual emblem, meant to remind people of morality, or than an ancient spiritual emblem, meant to remind people of morality, awareness, and vigilance. A symbol that survived through the centuries, reinterpreted and adapted by countless cultures. Symbols have a unique power. They endure through time. They shift meaning, yet retain an aura of mystery. And sometimes, The enigma persists simply because it is ubiquitous and unforgettable. But one thing is certain: the all-seeing eye continues to captivate, fascinate, and terrify people across the globe. The more we notice it, the more it seems to appear in unexpected places, on bills, in architecture, in media, even hidden in plain sight. Next time you see a triangle, with an eye at its center, ask yourself, is it merely a relic of history, or is it a subtle reminder that someone or something is always watching?